So can you solve this problem which says this? If you cannot solve it or you don't know how to solve it, then this video is especially made for you. So in this video we are going to learn how to multiply algebraic terms with algebraic terms. So this video will be divided into 3 parts, which is monomial with the monomial, and a monomial with a polynomial, and a polynomial with a polynomial. Let's learn the meaning of these before we start with the multiplication. So starting up with monomial with the monomial. So basically the meal and all these things what we have is basically the number of terms. So basically mono means one. So monomial would be meaning one term. Only one single term. Like 69x. So like that binomial means 2 terms. Trinomial means 3 terms. And now here it means one term multiplied by one term. And now polynomial. Polynomial basically means 2 or more than 2 terms. So are binomial and trinomial polynomials? So your answer would be yes, because binomial is 2 terms and trinomial means 3 terms or more than 2 terms. So basically they are polynomials. So what does polynomial with polynomials multiplication mean? So it basically means that 2 terms multiplied by 2 terms or 2 terms multiplied by 3 terms or whatever with but many terms multiplied by many terms. Basically that's the meaning of it. But how do we know it's many terms multiplying by many terms? So for that you write a plus sign. So let's say you have a 69 and 69 on one side of the plus sign and x on the other side. So that means 69 and x are different terms because they are separated by a plus sign. So basically a plus or a minus sign separates the terms. So total how many terms do we have? One is 69 and another is x. So it has 2 terms. That means it is a binomial. The question is, what if we had a multiplication sign over here? So would it still be a binomial? A straightforward answer would be no, because there is a multiplication sign over there. If it was a plus sign, then it would be 2 terms or binomials or even polynomials. So starting off with the multiplication part, monomial with the monomial, which is definitely this expression which you can see 69 into x. Now how to multiply them together? Now you basically have to do nothing but just merge whatever is given. So if it is 69 multiplied by x, you just merge them together, bringing you to the answer of 69x. So congrats, you have finished the basics of how to multiply in algebra. Now it's the time to implement this thing on other types also. But before that, have you understood or not? Let's do some practice sets. So I have 3 questions for you over here. Try to solve it. Question number 1, 3x into 4y. Now question number 2, 2x into y. Question number 3, 3x into minus 2z. Try to solve them. May pause the video, take a notebook and a pen and then solve it. As far as I know, you must have a bit trouble in question number 1 and 3. So in question number 1, basically what you have to do is you have to multiply first the numbers. 3 into 4, that gives you a 12. And x into y you merge, then that gives you xy. Now in the third one, what you have to do is you have to multiply the signs. What you know, plus and a minus gives you minus, plus and a plus is plus. So same like that you have to implement that thing over here. So first the signs. Plus and a minus, minus. Then you have to do the same thing as before. So let's try to solve it now. So multiplying the numbers 3 into 2, that gives us a 6. And multiplying the alphabets, that gives x into z, you merge them, so xz. So the final answer is coming to minus 6xz. Let's solve the second one now. So it's just like the first one which I showed you. So basically you have to merge them, basically the alphabets. So 2xy will be your answer. Now moving on to the next type, that was a monomial multiplied by a polynomial, which would look somewhat like this. And believe me, this is one of the simplest form of a monomial multiplied by a polynomial. There can be 3 terms, 4 terms, 5 terms, 6 terms, any number of terms inside the bracket. So let's start solving it. So for that, first of all we'll have to take the number outside the bracket, which is 2 in this case. Then multiply it with the first term, that is 3x. So which would give you 6x. And plus sign, that depends if the number outside is a minus. And if it was a negative 2, then plus and a minus would be minus, so your sign would come to minus. But since our number is also plus, so plus and a plus gives us a plus. And then 4y, so 4 2s are 8, and y remains the same because you have no alphabets. But if it was a 2x, or if it was a 2x, then what would happen is that your first one's answer would have been 3x square, because x into x gives you x square. And this is our answer, because we cannot add unlike terms. But if they were like terms, then we had to add them and get the answer. So let's do practice sets now. So question number 1. 3x into 4x plus 3xy minus 2x square. Question number 2. Minus x into 4a plus 5b minus 6c. Question number 3. 69 into x minus y plus z. Now, if you don't know the answer, you can pause this video and then do it in a notebook and a paper, and then you can check it. So starting off with question number 1, 3x into 4x plus 3xy minus 2x square. So multiplying 3x with the first term inside the bracket. So 3 into 4 will give us 12, and x into x will give us x square. 12x square plus 3xy into 3x, that will give us 3 3s are 9, x into x is x square, and y remains the same, minus 2 3s are 6, and x square into x, that is basically x into x, x square into x, that gives us x cube. As we do not have any like terms over here, so the answer will remain as it is. Now moving on to the next sum, that is minus x into 4a plus 5b minus 6c. Now let's start solving it. Now it's a very easy sum, but we have to keep in mind to multiply the sums here especially. So minus and a plus is minus. So your answer will be minus. Since you only have letters, so you just merge them all. So minus 4ax on xa, what you want to write. Then again plus and a minus is minus. So you have 5, number will remain the same. bx or xb. Then you have minus and a minus, which gives you plus. So plus 6cx or xc. Since we do not have any like terms, the answer will remain the same. And if you are enjoying or liking this explanation, you can like the video and subscribe to this channel. That will give me more motivation. If you subscribe to this channel, it will give me more motivation, so I can create more videos for you. So let's start off with the third question, which was 69 into x minus y plus z. Now it's very easy, because you just have to merge the letters with 69, because you don't have any other numbers over here. So let's start off with that. So plus and a plus is plus, so it will be equal to 69 into x will equal to 69x. Plus and a minus is minus, so 69 into y, now merge them, 69y plus z now. Plus and a plus is plus. So it will be 69z. So our final answer will come to 69x minus 69y plus 69z. Now moving on to the third part and the final part of the video, that was a polynomial with a polynomial. Yeah, here's how a polynomial with a polynomial sum looks like. So this is the exact first sum which I had showed you in the beginning of this video, if you try to remember. So that sum comes under the category of a polynomial multiplied by a polynomial. So now the method is a bit different from the others, but not completely different. So what the method is? Let's start. So for that we will be taking out each number from the first bracket. So the number in the first bracket is 3x, and now you are going to multiply it with the entire second bracket like this. Now you are going to do the same thing with the next number, but you have to take out the sign. So that plus 4y will be plus 4y only, then second bracket itself. Then with the third bracket is minus 8z, so it will be minus 8z multiplied by the entire second bracket. So now we have gotten 3 types of sums like the first one, in which you have a monomial multiplying a polynomial in 3 cases. So we do the process as how we did last time. So 3 to the 6 x square plus 3 5 the 15 xy minus 3xz. Now 4 2s are 8, so plus 8 xy plus 20y square minus 4yz plus and a minus minus 8 to the 16xz minus 5 is a 40yz minus and a minus plus 8z square. So gathering the like terms together and adding or subtracting. So first moving on with x square. No x squares over here, so 6x square will come down as it is. Then xy, any xy or yx, that is 15 plus 8xy, that gives us a 23xy. Then you have z also. So you have 1xz minus 3xz and minus 16xz. So that gives us a minus 19xz. And then we have xy, which we had already done. Then y square, any y square, no y square. So plus 20y square will come down as it is. Now yz, any yz or zy, so you have minus 40yz, so that gives you a minus 44yz, and you just have a z square, so plus 8z square, no other z square, only one, so it will come down as it is. So this will be our final answer. So now you have learned how to do algebra multiplication clearly. But did you know how to do subtraction also if there are brackets like this? If you don't know, then click this video over here to learn about it.